So I've come to the conclusion that Canva is not as good as Photoshop. It is what it is. But I did create this. Okay, so what I realized about Canva is that you can use some of the principles that I use in Photoshop to create pretty good designs. And this one was pretty much done with layers and lighting. Let me open up Canva and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just scale this to size and make sure that it fits the whole canvas. Now for this example, I did go ahead and use the Pro subscription of Canva, and that's gonna allow me to use this background removal tool right here inside of Tools. And that way you're just removing the background. It's similar to Photoshop and actually does a really good job. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for Spider-Man, and then I'm going to just kind of move him in a good position right here. Next, we're gonna do the same for the swinging Spider-Man, we'll call him. And then we're gonna get him in position. And last but not least, what we're gonna do is for the main Tony Parker, the new Tony Parker. And we're gonna put him in the middle as kind of like the focal point. Now here, I just wanna do some adjustments to Tony. So I'm just gonna mess with the brightness. I'm gonna do some saturation. I'm gonna try and work with the temperatures and different things, just kind of boost his levels. Next, we're gonna just kind of like, let's see with the tint and see how that could work out. And this is always just subjective to what you like. I like to match the canvas as best as I can. It's a little more difficult because it's Canva versus Photoshop, but I can make it work. All right, so this is the part where you kind of really have to just hack technology. I wanna use lighting because lighting is a good thing when it comes to actually building up a composition. So to do this, what we're gonna do is go in here to the Elements tab in Canva, and we're gonna use the shadows as like kind of like hue lights and different things like that. So the way to do that is you're gonna just start to drag these into the composition, and then what you're gonna do is change the color to match the background as close as possible, because now you're gonna get into the space of this layered lighting, and it's gonna kind of blow out the background a bit and add more boldness to the actual subject matter. So as you see, I'm just gonna make a few different versions of these lights, and some are gonna be shadows. We'll just leave them as shadows, and we're gonna add them behind different parts of the characters, but the other ones are gonna be behind everything, and you just change the opacities, and you're gonna do different things to kind of manipulate the actual lighting, AKA shadows, inside of Canva. And after we do that, then I'm just gonna head over to the text tab, and I'm just gonna kind of find something that works well for this composition. So this looks pretty good. I'm gonna kind of leave this here. So this is what it looks like without lighting, and this is what it looks like with lighting. And as you can see, using that little bit of lighting by kind of using that shadow hack in Canva, it really is gonna build out your composition a bit more. Now, with that said, this is what I got in Photoshop. So as you can see, there is levels to the game when it comes to how you actually manipulate and create a composition, but it's a good option to use Canva if you don't want to get into the whole manipulation in Photoshop, layers and all those different things. If you want to know more about Photoshop or thumbnails or just creating in general, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share, all those good things. I'm going to keep bringing you videos. I have a video here, or a few videos I'll put on the screen that's going to talk about thumbnail tutorials and different things like that. And I'll also be getting more into principles of how to design and thinking outside the box. You can look at this hack video that I'll put up here too. And that's all I got. Is Jay Burke. I'll see you in the next video.
Backlash written on me, caught robbing on a glass.